Hi everyone, it's Kirei here again with another layout for Bramble Fox. And for this layout, I'm using the September Fox box, the Paper Snips number 9, and the Fox Cut stencil number 18. So here you can see the perspectives. I'm using the Craftermath title and the matching Crafty perspectives in the sort of soft blue and that pretty lilac. I've pulled out the Simple Stories Let's Get Crafty collection because I thought that the perspectives coordinated really, really well with that. And of course, it is all craft related. So I've taken this the pattern paper and I just decided I was going to cut out this floral border. Wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with it, but I really liked it. So I thought, right, I'm going to fussy cut that out. So I'm going to use it actually as a border to the left and not the bottom. There is some script on it, but that didn't bother me. And I've taken this dotty pattern paper, torn a piece. I'm going to layer up underneath, and then I've torn a narrower piece to go on the right-hand side. Just sort of curling the edges, getting them a little bit more distressed. And this is where I sort of start with the layout. However, I do move on from this piece on the right hand side. I wasn't sure that it worked. It felt a bit too much. So I pulled in this photo and I've pulled in the Craftermath title perspective. Now, this photo is a funny photo of me with a number of my scrapbooking friends on a Zoom call while we were scrapbooking in March 2021. And it's been sat there waiting to be scrapped. And you can see there's a load of us. We've suddenly found the filters and had a load of fun playing with the filters while we were on Zoom. However, one of my friends couldn't quite get to the right filter and ended up an alien amongst all of us with our lovely, pretty, purpley, sparkly headdresses on. So it was quite funny there. Anyway, I've layered that up on the pink pattern paper. I needed something as a bit of separation between that and the background on that left there because it's quite busy. Now you'll see, if you saw quickly, I'm now going to layer up that piece, the narrow strip from the right, onto the wide strip over here on the left, and I'm keeping all the pattern papers to the left of the layout. So I'm just getting those stuck down, and then I can stick down the fuzzy cut floral border over the top of that. Just making sure that's stuck down straight, of course. Okay, and then I can get my photo popped down, and then obviously can start to get embellishments done. So I'm sort of getting it leveled up, bringing out trusty T-square so I can make sure it's perfectly straight. And then I'm pulling in some of the ephemera pieces from the Let's Get Crafty collection. So that vintage ink piece with the lilac colours was perfect because it was great with the perspectives. So I've got another one there in pink. I'm just fiddling around, playing around where that's going to go. I've got some floral fussy cut. I've got a camera. And I'm just sort of playing around because I'm going to extend across the page with my embellishment cluster across the page. And I'm just playing around now and pulling in those perspectives. And I've got the two paint tubes that say fun and art. And then I've got the small square perspectives that say craft time and make art. And then there's 4 paintbrushes. Oh, and there's a small button as well. So I'm just fiddling around, looking at where I'm going to sit them. Now you can see here what I'm doing. I've made myself a little, it's meant to be sort of like a pencil pot. It does look like a plant pot, but anyway, that's okay. And I'm actually just going to sort of pop some of the paintbrushes, perspective paintbrushes in there, along with some of the ephemera. I think there's a pencil, a little paintbrush, and a pair of scissors. Anyway, I've pulled it all off because I've decided I could add a stenciled background because I feel that would just add a little bit more to my layers. So I start with the Distress Oxide, and I don't even know why I bothered with the purple because it's completely covered up in the end. I should have just stuck with the pink. So here we go with the pink. It's Kitsch Flamingo, nice and bright. And I'm just using my foam applicator tool to spread that along. There we go. It's all done. Now there you can see I completely covered the purple. So anyway, that doesn't matter. Okay, and I think, where are we? Moving along, just starting to get a few more pieces stuck down. I think I'm going to start sticking down those perspectives now once I've sort of positioned them around. I'm just pulling off a little bit of the foam tape at the back there so I can get those little paintbrushes popped in at the top. And yeah, now going to get the perspectives stuck down with glossy accents. That gives it a nice strong hold. Now, the September Fox box is obviously coming up, and if you don't already subscribe, pop on over to bramble.fox.co.uk and you'll find all the details about the monthly subscription. And they have just brought out the new subscription. It's the Fox Box Plus, and you get the stencil as well as the perspectives, and you get the paper snips. So fabulous addition. Now, the stencil I've used here isn't the one in the September Fox box. I didn't actually have that one. So this is a slightly older stencil that I've used. But I do use some of the paper snips, some of the words on it, and I will bring in one of the other new elements that will be included in the Foxbox Plus subscription, which is the epoxy flair. But I'm just getting this stuck down. Now I've come to almost the end of this glossy accents, and I'm really squeezing it out to try and get everything out here. So it's taking me a bit longer than normal. But anyway, I do end up rummaging and pulling out a new bottle, but I think I just about had enough to get that one stuck down. Okay, making sure that's perfectly straight. And I'm just working out where I can add that little make art piece. Here we go. I've completely run out, so I'm pulling another one out from my stash. There we go, and got that stuck down. So I'm really liking how this is coming together. I love all the colours with it. I love the lilac perspectives with the blue, and they look I think they work definitely work really well with the Let's Get Crafty collection. So I'm just adding my journaling below the title, and this is now where I'm going to make up the little epoxy flair. So on your paper snips, you've got some circles. I've punched them with a 1-inch punch, and there's the little epoxy circles, and you just layer them over. Perfectly easy, just like a little flair, really. And I'm just going to work out where they're going to go. So just playing around with the location of those, and then I can get those stuck down. I've just realised I have a naked button. Can't possibly have a naked button, so I'm just pulling out some lilac embroidery thread so I can add that to the button, tie a little bow, and again, it's just a little bit of extra detail. But I think it just finishes that little perspective off. So popping in my epoxy flair, it says "Oh Happy Day," and making sure then the button is stuck down nicely just over that. And then I've got the other epoxy flair that says "Craft Happy," and I'm just moving it around, but I do end up that's where it ends up there, over on that right side. And I think I'm coming to, no, enamel dots. That's right. I do add a few enamel dots in the pink, just popping them around the layout. And then I'm almost done. The last few bits I do actually finish off camera. I add a load of sequins around the layout. You obviously need lots of sparkle and glitter when it's all about craft. And I do add a couple more paper snips to the top of the layout. There you can see the close-ups of the lovely perspectives in the pale blue and the pretty lilac. And there you go. You can see those extra little paper snips there that say "Together and Always Have Fun." Thanks very much for watching. That was Kirei for Bramble Fox.